let me explain to you the difference between CPG and other types of businesses like tech and service-based companies, which I have worked in each one. They're all completely different. So CPG versus tech versus service-based businesses. You're probably asking like, Eric, what's the difference and why should it matter to me? I'm just looking for a job. Let's break it down in a way that's easy to understand, but easy for you to understand as to what's the difference between each one. The more you know, the more you can know. In a sense where the more you know what you want to work in, whether it be a tech startup or a service-based business or a big CPG company. The more information, the better you can make a decision when it comes to applying for jobs or looking for what you like or figuring out what you don't like, or maybe you want to jump into CPG so you can choose the right career path for you today. Let's dive into it, and I'm going to give you the benefits of each. From tech, from service industry, and CPG, and just pretty much showing you what makes each one unique. And since we're doing the teaching, we're going to do bullets. We're going to break it down like what I always do. First, let's talk about CPG, or as I like to say, consumer packaged goods. These are everyday products, like we always discuss, that you buy at the store, like food, drinks, cleaning supplies, and of course, personal care items like skincare and anything else, toothbrush, stuff like that. CPG focuses on creating, manufacturing, and distribution of these items. And these products are sold in large quantities, volume type plays to consumers, in the sense where box retails, Walmart, Target, those type of things. So think of companies like Coca-Cola, P&G, Kellogg's, Pepsi, those type of brands. They create products that are used by millions and millions of people on a regular basis. So that's, what CPG is. CPG businesses typically selling products that are consumed quickly and they're used by a lot of people, meaning that these products need to be repurchased often, like deodorant, toothpaste, snacks, chips, shampoo, skincare, the type of stuff that you purchase on a regular. So if you're asking, okay, what about tech? I mean, of course we know about tech, but let's just give a breakdown. Let's talk about tech. Tech companies, they're in the business of focusing on products or services that are related to technology. I think we all know this, but just giving you a breakdown. This includes like hardware for your computer or like phones or any kind of software like apps or websites. And the goal is often to create something that's innovative, ahead of the curve, or improves people's lives, or solves a problem that will encompass technology so that you'll be able to use this technology to create something tech-wise that help you. Think of companies like Apple, Microsoft, Google. They build devices daily and apps daily, or systems that help you out. iPhone, Google Search, Microsoft, Windows. This is their business. So the tech industry, it thrives on always rapid innovation. It always thrives on change. It always thrives on what's new. While CPG companies, they focus on physical type of goods. Tech companies focus on more of developing new ways to connect people, store data, or automated tasks. That would be tech. But when we get to the service-based business, which should be number 3, service-based companies, they are a bit different. They're in the business of serving. So instead of selling a physical product, these businesses sell services. Things like consulting, healthcare, agency, education, or entertainment. Those are service-based businesses. Think of companies like Uber, Netflix, or your local barbershop that you get a haircut, or salon where you get your hair done. They don't sell a physical product, but they offer something valuable to you that you need. Of course, we all need a haircut. We all need something. And this requires expertise or effort from that person selling it to you. So their focus here is by providing an experience or solving a need through human interaction or expertise from that person, or through a software like with tech. Businesses often have a closer relationship when you're in a service-based business because you work with clients, you work with customers, because you provide an ongoing type of service when you're in a service-based business. Rather than a one-time product like a CPG brand or a software, a service business, you're constantly working with people. So the difference is CPG, tech, and service-based businesses is each one has its own niche, each one has its own factor. So you have to ask what's best for you. So what's the main difference between CPG and these other industries, service-based business and technology? Number 1, product versus service. CPG businesses focus on selling a physical product. And since they focus on selling a physical product, tech focuses on creating a digital product. And it's a lot different. Or creating a solution, or creating a service. And service businesses focus on delivering a service, picking you up, dropping you off at home, Uber. Number 2, the business model. CPG companies need a strong supply, meaning a strong supply chain to manufacture their product. They need a good distribution, and that they sell products on mass scale, because if you don't, you're never going to be able to make your money back. that. Tech companies simply rely on digital platforms, meaning that you have to have your app on iPhone or anything else. And they have higher margins because their products can be replicated over and over again without producing a physical good. You can easily download that numerous times. And service businesses are based on human interaction. So with a service business, the more people you can help, the more you will be able to make money. But they have a lower overhead, but they're relying on a skilled labor. So it's kind of up and down. And number 3, growth and innovation. CPG brands are always innovative by improving things like products, creating new flavors, creating new drinks, or just finding new ways to reduce costs, whether it be packaging, materials, all that type of stuff. Tech companies innovate through new technologies or software, or always having you update something like the iOS phone, while service-based businesses innovate through customer service improvements, being able to answer more calls faster, or having better business processes or SOPs and things like that. So number 4 out of everybody, customer interaction. And CPG, customer interaction is often limited to the point of sale, meaning that I go in, I talk to the buyer in the store, and I sell to them. Customer feedback. Tech companies often have a customer support, so they're able to read emails and know what they need to improve on with their apps, and they're constantly always engaged because they get customer support. Service businesses, they're able to build a long-term relationship with their customer because they talk to them on a constant basis. So they're able to know how to give them better service, better quality, and be able to build that trust with them. Each one of these industries has their own thing that's good, but you gotta choose what's best for you. Choosing between a career in CPG, tech, or a service-based business, it all depends on your interests, really, and your skills. If you like creating products that touch many people or that people use every day, CPG is the best place for you to be, because that's what we do daily. If you're passionate about technology, if you're passionate about innovation, tech, being the first of something, trying something new, then that'll probably be your calling. Or maybe you just enjoy working closely with people, helping others, seeing a smile on their faces, then that would be a service-based business career for you, because now you get to talk to somebody one-on-one and you'll be a great fit with helping them. So each industry offers unique challenges and rewards. So it's very important that you understand what you're getting into, what the industry can give to you, what it can take away from you. You always got to think and ask yourself, what is it that I'm looking for? Am I looking for a career that's going to allow a lot of growth? Am I looking for a career that can be volatile? Am I looking for a career that's going to be small? Or am I looking for a company that's big or small? Each one plays a difference. Service businesses are like Allstate. When you go into a local Allstate branch and they talk to you, they're a smaller branch, but they're always going to be in business because everybody needs insurance. When it comes to CPG startups, some could be in business, some could not, especially if it's a small startup. They can have so much runway or so much money saved, and runway meaning money saved up for so many months to operate on. But if you get a job at like a Cola, a Pepsi, a Hershey's, or a company like that that's been around for years, then you really have to worry about it because they've been tried and solidified. They've made it through the Great Depression, so they'll be fine. We'll continue to improve and continue to keep jobs around. But if you're dealing with tech, if you're dealing with Apple, Google, Microsoft, you already know they're a conglomerate. They're going to be around. They're not going anywhere. But if you're dealing with a small tech startup that's creating something, it's just like a CPG startup. They can only have so much runway for so many months that they'll be in business. So at the end of the day, you have to figure out what's best for me. And I wanted to choose this topic because I've noticed a lot of times people will be like, I want to jump into CPG, but then maybe I want to do tech, or maybe I want to do a service-based business or a different type of business. I really wanted to break down each one and show you how the difference is, because sometimes people confuse CPG as being a service-based business, but it's not, because we create a product, we put it on the shelf, and we talk to people and to bring the product in. We talk to the buyer at convenience stores, the buyer at grocery stores, and then you distribute it and you bring it in. Service-based business, you actually got to talk to people one-on-one, get to know them, create a relationship, and then you're able to kind of move things to be able to help them. And then with tech, it's like, hey, we create the app, we put it on the platform, and they download it, or we create the digital product on the website, and then the people go download it. So each one has its own niche that's good, and each one has its own thing that offers you depending on what you're looking for. But overall, CPG is just different from both of them, and I hear a lot of times people get confused. People ask me, and then I got a couple questions like, what's the difference between each one of these? And each one of these industries is growing. So I wanted to touch bases on how they're all different and what CPG does, bringing a product, and tech is all about innovative, having it on a platform, and service-based business is all about creating a relationship with that person and selling to that person, not a distributor, not somebody else, but selling selling to that person to understand their needs, wants, and their desires. So yeah, if you have any questions or concerns, leave them below. This has been another episode of CPG 101 with me, Eric. And also, like I always do again, hit the like button below for more great CPG content. We have more on the way, more great information, more great videos that's gonna educate you. And like I said before, we're on this journey together of just making sure that we stay informed and educated. And if you're jumping into the CPG game and you want more information, I'm here to help you. I'm here to give you what you need. So continue to subscribe, continue to like, and make sure you share this with somebody. Thanks.